Hello everybody, my name is Isaki, and welcome to the Phoenix Wright Attorney Trilogy. I am so excited to play this. Okay, I know the general premise of Phoenix Wright. I do. Unfortunately, guys, I do know. But I've never played this game completely. I've played the first episode and half of the first one, and I've enjoyed it. I just never had time to fully dedicate time into it. But you know what? I have the time now. It's Christmas break here for me as a college student, and you know what? I'm gonna knock out Phoenix Wright. So we're gonna start a new game, and without anything else being said, let's get into it. We're gonna play Phoenix Wright Attorney, the first tournament. Play the first tournament. Let's go! And I also got I'm using my headset microphone this time, so hopefully it sounds a little better than what I was doing with my webcam. Because it picked up a lot of background noise. Gasp, I forgot that. Rip, bozo. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Boom, boom. Someone like him. Me after as much. I'll make it look like he did it. Sure, man. Whatever makes you feel happy. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh. Chief's got some. Oh. Hi, Chief. Phew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. This says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean the defendant for this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client standing over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Yeah! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. God, let me make sure. Okay, hopefully everything I'm saying is coming across. That is something I am genuinely worried about. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Defendant would be Larry Butts.
The defendant?
Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what was the victim's name?
Phew! I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Oh! I know! No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab and check it at any time, okay? So it's, Cindy's autopsy report, profiles, Cafe, Larry Butts, Cindy Stone, and Winston Payne.
Winton Payne.
Remember to check it often. Just for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Cinderblock. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death?
That would be loss of blood to blood trauma. Gotcha.
She died because she was
poisoned, hit with a blunt object, or strangled, hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed. That's for sure.
Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. Statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently.
Oh. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention.
You don't want to miss any information that might help your case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Smug asshole. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently, don't you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I was dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, would you describe as generally what we mean by don't? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7th July 30th, the day before the murder.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
No way.
The victim was a model.
But did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens, stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Vince. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Boom. Tell the truth. There. Yeah, I was there. I went.
Order. Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor.
The defense is lying. Lying. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Solomon to the stand. Mr. Solomon, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Yes, newspapers. Yes.
Mr. Solomon, you may proceed with your testimony.
I don't know why I sounded like that.
Please tell the court what you saw the day of the murder.
Oh, what? Okay, can I... Okay, I mean... I can't pull it up during the witness account. Oh, I can do it later. Okay. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I'm trying to get in character here. I thought he must be in a hurry because he let the door wrap open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed and frightened and found myself unable to go inside. I had to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I'm like moving my hands around, trying to get in the character. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, the time of death, the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during the blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones didn't function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawa used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout, per your usual. Blackout record added to the court record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination? Your Honor. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witnesses gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent. Wait. Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do we prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you have found contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with that and point out the contradictions in the testimony. Okay. Boom. You're like shaking my hands around. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when it's told me to leave the apartment. I'm gonna praise you for that. Objection! Oh. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. He was like mad and frightened at the same time. He was like a criminal fleeing from the scene of a crime. The defense requested that witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, let the witness mean that the man he thought was self-defense. So, what happened next? Occasionally, everyone's voice. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open. Wait, no. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind them. Thinking it's strange as I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only humans who want to peek? Climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. True words have never been spoken. Anyone will look inside. So you looked inside the apartment. What happened then? And I saw a lying man, a woman, not moving, dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, you know, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well. What happened next? I wailed and fight and found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. You thought to call the police. Doesn't that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? The phone in the apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer to nearby apartments. Right. What time did you call you? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? There's some evidence to contradict it. Because Cindy died from 4 to 5. Ready for this? Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Oh shit, your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How did you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
after his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Let's put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video up to tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. You said heard, not saw. Yes, I heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. The witness did say he hasn't heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony.
There was a voice saying there at the time. It was probably coming from the television. But, sir, if you remember correctly, the electricity was out to Mrs. Doe's building from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. So how about objection? Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. God!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming his credibility.
Dang, you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I did see it. Well, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the motor weapon the killer used to hit the victim. And that must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how he'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I just remembered that table clock.
Table clock.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Table clock. Was there a clock on the scene?
This is the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used to hit the victim. Well, I think you should look at this statue. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Yeah, you with your objections and your evidence. Just what you are. Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there. Okay, there's a clock. Your Honor, am I may?
Yes, Mr. Perry.
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, which is tilted and it says the time out loud. As it does look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So, the murder weapon was the table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment and moved it. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Yeah. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her in the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid. The sound was still left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon was stuck just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain at the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. The witness cared about
Did you strike the victim with the clock?
Just ask him. What did you do, bro? That day, I never... Look, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, Yeah! Shut up. I hate you. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he just burn, give him death.
Order. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor,
Claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
the whole place is writing on this. I bet you could through carefully. Your Honor, the sound of assault heard was definitely his clock. The fact was clear if you simply... Press on the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright. It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawyer.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawyer. Oh, Mia, I'm Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste your time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you have your proof. Right? Right? Can't you think of the reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it right. Find it and let them have it.
Oh, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder? Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let me see you pull this one off. To see that evidence that proves the clock was running slow. That's what, 'cause you wasn't even... Objection! Take that! The victim did just return home from the abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't rested at her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard me struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawyer? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh, man, I'm dead.
Order! Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone commit a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts.
Not guilty.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
God. Turns out that Frank Sawyer was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right? Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait. No, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
but my Sydney Winty's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was, nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry. Yes, you. I can practically hear the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, isn't this evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her, one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And here she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? So, Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me. I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't have to get sympathized with me, it's okay? Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Uh-huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some jump to her. Aw, what about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. That made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Bro, Anna? bro, never let go of what you believe in. No one's never stop fighting for what you believe in. Damn. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? Mind me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer is because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Ooh, the end. Oh, wow. So that is episode 1. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. This is when I played it before, so I didn't know that happens. But, oh, okay. Am I not allowed to exit? Well, we're gonna leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. And with that being said, Isaki out. Peace. Never stop fighting for what you believe in. Bye, guys.